I am Nicole Fulmino, and we are here in West Orange, New Jersey.
I'm Cruz.
And we started Team Charity in 2007. Basically, it's a young professional organization where we try to get our generation involved in volunteering and philanthropy. We have social events for fundraising, just anything to get our generation involved.
Basically, the reason that we started Team Charity was we're both in fundraising at a very young age, kind of right out of college, and we realized that there was a big age discrepancy between us and the rest of the world. And they really would talk about our generation as the generation that was going to mess everything up. Like once, the people that were in charge of the American Red Cross and, other big organizations would retire, what was going to happen? They saw no contingency plan. They really thought that our generation was going to drop the ball.
Yeah.
And we were basically kind of insulted, and we decided that we were going to do something about it.
What Team Charity asks young professionals to do is step outside your life and do something else. You have your job. That's the thing. You have opportunities in high school and college. They're in your face. On the bulletin board, come to this food bank or help build a house or something. But when you graduate and you're in your career, there's nothing in your face like that. And so Team Charity sort of is the liaison to say, hey, you know what? Come do this with us. We have jobs too. We're working all the time. But after work, we're going to go to the Hoboken shelter. Come with us. We're going to go to the animal shelter. Come with us, do that. And it's usual short time commitments so that people don't feel like, oh God, I can't give all that time.
We say, hey, next Saturday from 1 to 3, we're going to be here. Just tell us that you're coming. And if you come that Saturday and you can't come for another 2 months, that's fine. There's no, what's up? You have to come every time now that we do it. So the point of we are insulted was that generation, the millennials, that generation X, Y, you guys are terrible and they never do anything. We have a lot of disposable money and we don't use it for charity.
At the same time, though, charities don't go after young professionals because they don't see us as the ones having the money or caring. Like Maria said, our generation sort of gets a bad rap. Like, we're the apathetic ones. We care more about what's the next, BlackBerry or iPhone coming out than what's going on in the real world. And there is room, like we were saying before, there's room for both of that, but that doesn't mean that we don't care and that we happen to do a lot of things in our lives, but we also knew that if given the chance, other people would step up to the plate too. People were interested, like, I do want to volunteer. I can't give every Saturday, especially at this time of our lives. We're in our mid to late 20s, and it's like, I have a wedding every weekend, and then I have this and I have that, and so it's hard to say, yes, I will be at this shelter or this, food bank every week.
Guess what? They go out on Friday nights, or they go out on Saturday nights. They are going to go to a bar, they're going to spend money, but the $150 ticket gala, really not their scene where you stand and you chit chat. But, extended happy hour, and some of my money goes to charity, right on, I'm there. Right. We don't judge. Whichever you want to do.
We're not like, how come you only come to the beer pong tournament and not to the shelter? We don't do that. We do whatever you can give, whether it's your time or whether it's your money, we're happy to take either. We do, it's just going to a good cause either way.
Our mailing list has about 650 people.
Yeah.
Our social events average anywhere from 25 to 50 on the regular. Mm-hmm. Our volunteer events are obviously dependent on how many people that you need. The types of things that we've had, Nicole mentioned beer pong tournaments. We had a kickball tournament where we raised money for the MS Society, and it was, make your own kickball team, come in, play kickball like 5th grade.
Yeah.
We've done We had, you know, a lot of nonprofits do golf outings, so we had a mini golf outing. You pay it, you know, a little bit more at the door, but you know, your money goes to charity. So
yeah. And then volunteer-wise, we've done anything from, my favorites happen to be the animal shelters. We go to a lot of animal shelters. I'm a big dog lover, so we've gone. We've cleaned the kennels. We've walked dogs. We've most recently we did a therapy dog evaluation. So we were like the crowd that kind of distracted the dogs, and people just love animals. So we get sign-ups for that a lot. We've also done food banks, walks.
They're at the homeless shelter tonight.
They're at the homeless shelter tonight in Hoboken.
What else have we done? We've done stuff with seniors. We've played some bingo.
Oh yeah, bingo.
Lots of bingo.
That was fun.
We've done Christmas caroling. So we've done, like, there's a broad, you know, we try to cover everything, because the idea is, I mean, ultimately our mission is to connect the young professional to something that they're passionate about.
Right.
Comfort Zone is a nonprofit. It's a camp it's a bereavement camp, actually, for kids 7 to 17 who have lost a parent or a sibling. They opened up in New Jersey after 9/11, and we just found it on the internet randomly.
Volunteer match or something, yeah.
Yeah, and we brought five people, like 5 teen charity members went out to volunteer that first weekend, and I mean, that has been my connection. I volunteered. I'm actually going tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon I'll be at camp. I volunteer there all the time. I'm on their council. It really is that connection. I don't know. It's just, I mean, Nicole's been there. It's just magical.
It is. Yeah.
It's deep, and it's I don't know, it's one of the most deep and sincere things I've ever done. No one is there with an agenda. There's about 60 kids there, so there are 60 adults that volunteer an entire weekend you know, it's not like it's a grief, and it's hard, and it's sad, and there's crying, but there's also a lot of fun, and you're at camp, and you're sleeping in bunks, and you're, you know, playing with, you know what I mean, you're in the pool, and you're doing different things, but I don't know, it's just, you know, they talk about them I think people can find that anywhere, and it's just, you know, they have to find the right thing, and it's about experiment. I had no idea. I always say I'm from New Jersey. I don't camp. Yeah. So that was that, you know, and you know, I don't have that grief. You know, I did not have that experience, so there was no real reason for me to have that connection with camp. Only I did. So that's kind of an example of, you don't really know. You might think, oh, animals are my thing, and you go to, you know, a children's hospital and that be your thing. So that's why we're all about experimenting and trying out different events, you know, for people to make that connection.
I actually have a form of muscular dystrophy, and yeah, obviously it's not too severe. I can still walk. I have leg braces, but I'm not wearing them now. I don't wear them every day. It's more like if I'm walking the dog in the park, I wear them, you know. I always feel like, even though sometimes I'm in pain and sometimes I trip and fall, it is the thing that put me on the path to this career and to Team Charity. I think we just hope that, you know, people get involved and they realize that there's more to life than just their own lives, that they can make a difference in their community, that they can make a difference in people's lives, and it doesn't have to be an all-encompassing thing, but it could be something they can give as much time or money that they want, but just to become a part of something else, something bigger than yourself.
And that it could be a lifestyle. You know, a lot of times people think that, you know, you're either into charity, like volunteering, or, you know, that kind of stuff, or you're not, because it's something they associate as being so separate, and it's not. It is all-encompassing. It is, you know, Monday through Friday I work, Friday night I went, you know, bowling, and my money went to charity, or, you know, it doesn't have to be that completely separate, or I don't know, like isolated from your regular life. It's just, you know, and Saturday I went here. It's just another thing you did in your week.
If you think you can do that, if you have an idea and you think, oh, I don't know, I don't have the time, I work, this, that, the other thing, yeah, you do have the time. There's 24 hours in a day, and, you know, you can sleep when you're dead, so, you know, if you have a passion, you have to go for it, no matter how daunting it may seem. Especially if you have a good partner, and our board as well. If you have people that get behind you, you can do anything.